जय निताय पतिता पावन गौर हरि 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद अनंत कोटि वैष्णव ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय reading from Canto 3, chapter 32 and verse number 27. एतवान् एव योगेन समग्रेणेह योगिनः युज्यते अभिमतो ह्यर्थो यदसङ्गस्तु कृष्णसः एतवानेव योगेन समग्रेणेह योगिनः युज्यते अभिमतो ह्यर्थो यदसङ्गस्तु कृष्णसः एतवान्येव योगेन योगेन समग्रेणेह योगिनः युज्यते अभिमतो ह्यर्थो यदसङ्गस्तु कृष्णसः एतवानेव योगेन समग्रेणेह योगिनः युज्यते अभिमतो ह्यर्थो यदसङ्गस्तु कृष्णसः एतवानेव योगेन समग्रेणेह योगिना युज्यते अभिमतो ह्यर्थो यदसङ्गस्तु कृष्णसः Synonyms. Etavan, of such a measure. Eva, just. Yogena, by yoga practice. Samagrena, all. Iha, in this world. Yoginaha, of the yogi. Yujyate, is achieved. Abhimataha, desire. He, certainly. Arthaha, purpose. Yat, which. Asangaha, detachment. Tu, indeed. Kritsnasaha, completely. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation. The greatest common understanding for all yogis is complete detachment from matter, which can be achieved by different kinds of yoga. Purport. There are three kinds of yoga, namely Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Devotees, jnanis, and yogis all try to get out of the material entanglement. The jnanis try to detach their sensual activities from material engagement. The Jnana yogi thinks that matter is false and that Brahman is truth. Therefore, by cultivation of knowledge, he tries to detach the senses from material enjoyment. The Ashtanga yogis also try to control the senses. The devotees, however, try to engage the senses in the service of the Lord. Therefore, it appears that the activities of the bhaktas, devotees, are better than those of the jnanis and yogis. The mystic yogis simply try to control the senses by practicing the 8 divisions of yoga: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, etc. And the jnanis try by mental reasoning to understand that sense enjoyment is false. But the easiest and most direct process is to engage the senses in the service of the Lord. The purpose of all yoga is to detach one's sense activities from this material world. The final aims, however, are different. Jnanis want to become one with the Brahman effulgence, yogis want to realize Paramatma, and devotees want to develop Krishna consciousness and transcendental loving service to the Lord. That loving service is the perfect stage of sense control. Senses are actually active symptoms of life and they cannot be stopped. They can be detached only if there is superior engagement. As it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Param Drishtani Vartate. The activities of the senses can be stopped if they are given superior engagements. The superior engagement is engagement of the senses in the service of the Lord. That is the purpose of all yoga. Jai Shri Prabhupada. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। Before I speak, I seek the blessings of all devotees. Will His grace Shri Prabhuji. Every bird, has the ability to fly in the sky. There are small birds and there are big birds. Small birds, they fly only to a certain extent. And big birds, they can fly even higher. So I'm a small bird. I'm trying to learn how to fly. So please bear with me. I've been ordered to speak just like babies talk in front of the parents. I'm sitting here before my masters to speak something. So here, if you see this verse, Prabhupada is saying detachment is common in all the yogas, all namely three kinds of yogas: Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga. Before I speak about detachment, I recently heard a lecture from His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj, where Maharaj was saying, once one of the Prabhupada disciples, he went to Prabhupada and asked, Prabhupada, this is going to please you. I want to detach myself from everything. All I want to do is just, sir, just dedicate my life for Krishna consciousness. Detach from everything. And Prabhupada said, you want to detach from everything? What is that you have? I thought everything belongs to Krishna. Then he was taken aback. Yes, Prabhupada, you are right. Everything belongs to Krishna. There is nothing there for us to detach. Hmm. The detachment is only at the mental level, thinking this is mine. Hmm. When there is correct understanding that everything is there because of Krishna and everything is there for Krishna, then that is detachment. Prabhupada gave a wonderful example. If there is a um, somebody's wallet or purse that fell on the road, a person walking on the road, he looks at the purse and says, oh, this purse doesn't belong to me, it belongs to someone else. So he just moves on. And Prabhupada says, that type of person is called a Jnana Yogi. He tried to detach sense activities from material engagement. But a Bhakti Yogi, when he comes, although it is not his wallet, he picks it up, he looks into it, see to whom this wallet belongs to, and he delivers it accordingly. Krishna's other name is called Rishikesha. Rishik means senses, and Esha means controller. So he's the controller of senses. So we all have senses, and our senses are extensions of his senses. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We are part of Krishna. So our senses are also part of Krishna. So it is his senses, and to put these senses to work is for his engagement. That is the right use of the senses. That is what Rishikesha is. So Prabhupada mentions nicely here, everybody is trying to control the senses, but it is difficult to control the senses. It is easy to control the senses by engaging in higher activities, by superior engagement. Prabhupada wonderfully mentions param drishtani vartate. If someone uh, is eating malnutritious food, for him to say not to eat, he doesn't like it. But if you provide nutritious food and say this is better than what you are eating, and then everybody will be attached to that. And Prabhupada says wonderfully here that Bhakti Yogi is good because it is easy to engage our senses in the service of Krishna, the superior engagement. So we all have our wonderful parampara. This parampara is giving the knowledge. The essence of our movement is parampara. So we have, just like in the material world, people cherish, their fathers or grandfathers, and if they are great, they boast about them. but they are nothing when compared to our parampara that we have. Everything that we are enjoying today is by the sacrifices and by the mercy of all our previous acharyas. So today happens to be the disappearance day of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and Srila Rasikananda Prabhu. So in Gaudiya Parampara, it was not always rosy. There were ups and downs. And there are particularly four periods of time where there were challenges in this Gaudiya Parampara. One was before the advent of Lord Chaitanya, and the second is um, before the advent of six Goswamis, and the third is before the advent of uh, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya, and Shyamananda Pandit and Rasikananda Prabhu. And the fourth one is after the disappearance of Baldev Vidyabhushan and so there were four challenging periods. Not that our parampara was not continuing; it was continuing, but there were only little people. There were little number of devotees who were practicing, and that was in solitude. Hmm. So when we hear the pranam mantra of Jagannath Baba, this Maharaj, Gaura Avirbhava Bhumestvam, Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya, Vaishnava Sarvabhuma Shri Jagannadaya Namo Namah. So this the main contribution. I mean, there are many contributions of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, but one of the major contribution is Gaura Avirbhava Bhumestvam. So he is the one who pointed out that this is the birthplace of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gaura Avirbhava. Bhumestvam. Bhumi means, on this land, on Bhumi, earth. And he is Sajjana Priya. He is very dear for the saintly people. Vaishnava Sarvabhauma. Sarvabhauma he is the commander in chief of all the Vaishnavas. So that is the position of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj had a long life. He lived around 145 to 150 years. And when he indicated the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was around 120 years. And he hardly could see because of his old age. If you see, even in the picture, his back is bent. And he would hardly see. Somebody has to lift his eyelids to see. Even when he does the puja, his servants would do the abhishek of Govardhan Shila. All he did was put tulsi at the feet of Govardhan. Even to put tulsi, somebody has to put tulsi in his hand, hold his hand, bring his hand to Govardhan Shila, and someone would open his eyelids to see where he is putting, how he is offering to Govardhan. That was, and all day and night, what he would do, he would just chant. And that's Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. He was requested by Bhaktivinoda Thakur that no, I see that this is not the place that is being worshipped as the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is not the right place. But I want you to confirm whether what I'm thinking geographically, historically, I have verified. But I want you to verify. Why? Because he is the Vaishnava Sarvabhauma. If the Vaishnava commander-in-chief accepts, he spots out and he agrees that this is the birthplace, then everybody would follow him. He was being carried in the basket by his servant Bihari Das. And he would hardly move. Somebody would put him in the basket, and his servant Bihari Das would carry him in the basket. But as the place of the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has arrived, suddenly Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he jumped out of the basket and he started jumping, Gaura, 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 Gaura. And it is confirmed, and everybody came to understanding that this is the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is one of the contribution. And the second contribution that was done by Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is the Vaishnava calendar that we have. We all know how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he's an he wrote Surya Siddhanta at the age of 7 or around 8, 10. And he was very good at astronomy. So it was Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj who asked Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, why don't you write a calendar, Vaishnava calendar, and jot down all the appearance and disappearance, all the Ekadasis, everything. So it was Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur who made this calendar available on the request of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. And this Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he took Babaji Vesh avatar from Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj. And to give a little bit of glimpse of what our parampara is, who is this Madhusudana Babaji Maharaj is? This Madhusudan Babaji Maharaj, when he was very small, young, around 10 years old. In those days, the marriages were performed very early. So when they were seeing him, his behavior, that he is becoming detached. He was not paying attention to anything worldly. All he would do is he would just sit, chant, or do deity worship. He would decorate the deities. He would spend most of his time with the deities. So they thought, I think he's losing interest in material life. So what can we do to tie him up? Let's arrange a marriage for him. As soon as the news spread that he's going to get married, he understood, if I stay here, they will get me married. So immediately he ran out of the home and he walked all the way to Vrindavan. And there, after going to Vrindavan, he took darshan of the temples of Radha Govindji, Radha Madan Mohan, and Radha Gopinath. And he went to the Yamuna, and there he sat. I don't know what to do. I need help. I need someone to guide me in my spiritual life. Who can guide me? And he started crying. As he was crying, a person came from nowhere. He said, oh, you want initiation? You want guidance? Okay, I can give you. But first take bath in Ganga, Yamuna. So he went into Yamuna, he bathed himself, he came back, and he got initiated by that person. And once the mantra was spoken into his ears, he disappeared. And immediately he paid obeisances, and again he started crying. I don't know my Guru. He came, he gave me initiation, but I don't know who he is. I don't know. And he started crying. And everybody was asking, I was initiated, but people would ask, from whom? What is your sampradaya? Who is your guru? He had no answers. And nobody would guide him. So he was again, my dear Guru, you have initiated me, but I don't know who you are. How can I get guidance from you? And he started roaming here, there in Vrindavan, and finally he decided, what is the use of my life? I thought I would dedicate this life for Krishna, but I see no hope, no guidance. So better I leave my body. So what he did, he tied himself to a big Govardhan Shila, and he jumped into Surya Kund. As soon as he jumped into Surya Kund, he was drowning, and immediately two personalities, they came and they saved him, Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj, and they put him on the shore, and they wrote on a leaflet saying, this is your Guru, and you are in this sampradaya. And they also disappeared. And by the time he woke up, all he saw was the pamphlet, and his rope was untied. He was happy by looking at the pamphlet and said, oh, this is my Guru. I am initiated in this sampradaya, Madhva Gaudiya sampradaya. And he was accepted by everyone from then on. So that was Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj. And this Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj, one day he got a dream. And in the dream, Srimati Radharani, she came and said, one day when we were there in Govardhan, near Govardhan, Krishna was decorating me, and I have all my ornaments placed on Govardhan. And because of love for Krishna, the ornaments that the Govardhan Shila melted, and all the ornaments were imprinted on that Govardhan Shila. And that Shila is in the Surya Kund. So, can you please get that Shila out? So, he jumped into Surya Kund, and that Govardhan Shila was around 100 kilos. So he lifted on his own, and he brought, and to even today it is being worshipped there in Suryakund. So that is Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj. And following the guidance from from Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj, this Jagannath Babaji Maharaj, he would travel to pilgrimage, and his travel was from Navadvip to Mayapur, and from Navadvip to Vrindavan, and from Vrindavan to Mayapur. 6 months he would stay in Vrindavan, and 6 months he would stay in Mayapur. During his stay in Vrindavan, he would stay at Surya Kund, and in Vrindavan, in Mayapur, he would stay in Koladhu. So there are many pastimes of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. I would, with all your permission, I would speak some of his pastimes. So everybody in those times were interested in magic. People would um, take out something from space, and they were surprised. They were astounded by their powers. So one day, one great magician, he himself came to Babaji Maharaj. He understood this Babaji Maharaj is very great. And this Babaji Maharaj, can you please show some magic? Babaji Maharaj said, I don't know any magic. What is the magic I have? All I have is this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is my magic. All he would do is just chant Hare Krishna. And he was insisting, Babaji Maharaj, please, please, show me your magic. And Babaji Maharaj said, I don't know any magic. I am just a normal man, normal person. All I know is chant Hare Krishna. This is what I do. And he was insisting. And suddenly, after a few minutes, he picked up the stick and he bet on the ticket twice. And that person, Srinath Rai, he was puzzled and said, oh, Babaji Maharaj, I think he was upset with me. Better I go away from here. Babaji Maharaj, I think you are very angry upon me for asking such a request. Let me leave. When did I become angry with you? I was not angry with you. But Babaji, you just slapped on the table twice, on the ground twice with the stick. No, it is not uh, for you to symbolically to say to leave. It is because in Vrindavan, near the Samadhi Mandir of Lokanath Goswami, on his Samadhi Mandir, there is a Tulsi plant. So on the Tulsi plant, there is this wild goat which came and it was eating this Tulsi. So to shoo away the goat, use my stick. This person said, Babaji Maharaj, you are in Navadvip and the goat is in Vrindavan. How is that? You could shoo away the goat from here. You asked magic. I showed you. You don't believe? You can check. This Srinath Rai, he wrote a letter saying, can you find out, was there any goat that came and ate Tulsi on the Samadhi Mandir of Loknath Goswami Maharaj? And he got a reply, yes, yes, on a particular day, he was mentioning the day and time, there was this wild goat. No matter how hard we tried, we couldn't shoo away this goat. And suddenly we heard some noise, as if somebody is beating with a stick. And suddenly the goat, it became scared and it left the place. And then Srinand Rai understood, oh, he is not an ordinary Siddha. And one of the disciples, he came, Babaji Maharaj, how is that you showed your magic to him? You don't show your, that side of your life to anybody. How is that you are showing your magic? And Babaji Maharaj said, no matter what I say, he is unable to have faith in this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Just to convince him that this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is very powerful. I had to show some magic to him. And one day, this Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is going towards Vrindavan. In those days, to travel, it was by foot or by bullock cart. So one day they were going on foot. So this his servant Bihari Das is carrying Jagannath this Babaji Maharaj in the basket, and he was walking in the forest. And suddenly the forest was, once he was going from one village to other village, there was a beautiful spot, and there was well also. And suddenly Babaji Maharaj said, I think this is the place for us to sit and we'll do japa for some time. And his servant said, yes, Maharaj, we will do it. So he made all the arrangements for Babaji Maharaj to sit. And Babaji Maharaj also, Bihari, you also sit, let's chant together for some time. So they started chanting. They chanted for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, for 12 hours he chanted. And after chanting for 12 hours, Bihari, his servant, he was about to get up. He was trying to get up. And Babaji Maharaj, Jagannath Babaji Maharaj said, Bihari, where are you going? Maharaj, tomorrow is Ekadashi. So I want to bring some prasad for you. So you could fast tomorrow. No need, no need. Let's chant. Something will be arranged by Krishna. Don't worry. So they chanted for 24 hours like that. And Bihari, after in the evening, next day on Ekadashi evening, he again started to get up. And again, Jagannath Babaji Maharaj said, Bihari, what is that? Why is that you are getting up? Babaji Maharaj, it's almost evening of Ekadashi. Tomorrow again you have to break your fast. So let me arrange for some prasad. Babaji Maharaj said again, no need, Krishna will arrange something. You sit, let's chant. So they chanted again for 24 hours, 24 more hours. And after 24 more hours, his servant Bihari, he again started to get up. Jagannath Babaji Maharaj again said, why is that you are getting up again? What is that you need? Maharaj, you haven't ate for few days. No, I want to arrange some prasad for you. No need, Krishna will arrange, don't worry. And again, he started chanting. And as he was chanting, this Bihari, he held his stomach and he was pressing his stomach hardly. And Babaji Maharaj said, are you all right? You are feeling okay? Then immediately Jagannath Bihari said, Maharaj, if I don't eat now, I'm going to die. So please help me. I will, at least now, I will go and get some prasad for you and me. And Jagannath Babaji Maharaj said, no, don't worry. Everything will be arranged by Krishna. You don't have faith in Krishna? Maharaj, I have faith in Krishna. But if I don't eat, I may die. If you have faith in Krishna, do one thing. Just clap your hands thrice and chant Hare Krishna loudly. Maharaj, please, no, do what I say. So he clapped thrice and he screamed, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And at that right time, there were people who were traveling from there. And they heard, Hare, who is that who is chanting here? And they came to see who are those who are chanting. And they came and they took darshan of Jagannath. Oh, Jagannath, you are here, Babaji. And they paid obeisances. And they said, Maharaj, please stay here. Will you stay here? We would like to get some prasad. So they went to the village. They brought loads and loads of prasad. And this prasad is not only for both of them, it was for all of the devotees who were visiting, and there was a big feast arranged there. So this is when I heard, I was remembering the same pastime of Srivas Thakur, where Srivas Thakur said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srivas Thakur was spending money left and right. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself was worried. Srivas Thakur, you are a grihastha and you are spending money left and right as if there is no tomorrow. What will happen to you? And Srivas Thakur said, if I clap 3 times, if Krishna doesn't provide my necessities, then I will just tie myself to a rock and drown in Ganga. So that was the faith of our Vaishnava Acharyas. Not that we should not do effort from our side, but they have reached that level where they had so much faith. And one day, everybody, whenever they would come, they would give some Lakshmi donation to Babaji Maharaj, and Babaji Maharaj would give to his servant Bihari to save it. So he would just save it. So after a few days, Jagannath Das Babaji would ask, how much Lakshmi do we have? And he would bring the pot wherever he would collect, and he would say, I have this much. And he would ask for something to do, some service. So he would spend. So one day, similarly, Jagannath Babaji Maharaj asked his servant Bihari, how much money do we have? So Maharaj, around 200 rupees. In those days, 200 rupees is a lot. And immediately Babaji Maharaj said, sure, is that what you have? "Hmm. Yes, Maharaj, this is what. What about the other part that you saved? Bring that also." So he brought everything. So with this, bring nice rasgulla. Maharaj, this is for you. No, no, this is not for me. Rasgulla is not for me. This is for Brajvasis. Okay, Maharaj, I will bring the best of quality. So he brought the best of quality. So, Maharaj, should I invite all the Brajvasis? No, feed it to cows. Cows are also Brajvasis, so feed it to them. Maharaj, feed it to them. Not Brajvasis. They are also Brajvasis, so feed it to all the cows. So he invited all the cows. He went to every cow he could find, and he fed all the rasagullas with all the money that he had. Hmm. So for Bihari, he would think this is all waste of money. At least he could fed Brajavasis with that. Brajavasis would be pleased with him. But the understanding of Jagannath Babaji Maharaj is that they are not, they are also Brajavasis. One day, one devotee told me, or His Grace Shri Prabhu, he went to Vrindavan, and he had this desire to do Abhishek to Govardhan. So he asked him to arrange for um, milk, and this milk is first class milk, best of cow milk. So it was procured, and Prabhuji he did Abhishek. After doing Abhishek, generally what we do, we collect the Charanamrut and we give it to the devotees. So he said, Prabhuji, can I collect all this milk and we will feed it to all the devotees here in Vrindavan? Said, no, this is for all the living entities living on Govardhan. The ants, they will have feast. Let all the other animals have feast. Let the plants have feast. Hmm. So similarly, on similar lines, one day Prabhupada was walking. He was coming from a morning walk. I think he was entering into the temple for Shringara Arati. There was a dog in front of the temple. It was barking. And Prabhupada looked at the dog, said, Hare Krishna. And then dog was wagging its tail and it calmed down. And Prabhupada entered the temple, took darshan, and he sat on the Vyasasana. And the devotees, whoever were coming into the temple later, the dog was barking again. And this time, the devotees, they saw Prabhupada chanting Hare Krishna, and the dog was quiet. And this time they thought, let's chant full mantra. So they were chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Still the dog was barking. No matter what they did, the dog did not stop barking. I said, I don't know, maybe Prabhupada, because he is pure devotee, the dog listened to him. It doesn't listen to us. So they entered the temple. They heard the class from Prabhupada. And after the class, Prabhupada asked, are there any questions? And immediately one of the devotees, he raised it. Prabhupada, I have a question. What is that? And then he asked, Prabhupada, when you said Hare Krishna, the dog was quiet and it was wagging its tail. It was calm. But when it was barking again, we chanted the whole mantra, but still the dog was not calm. It was not keeping quiet. It was still barking. Why is that, Prabhupada? Is it because you chanted a pure name? And then immediately Prabhupada laughed and said, in all humility, he said, it's not because I am pure. It is because the dog understood that you are treating him like a dog. I was treating the dog as the living entity, like a Brajavasi. This was in Vrindavan. Mm. So the dog understood that I was showing love towards the dog. But when you are chanting, the dog understood that you are seeing the dog as dog. So it started barking. Uh, So there are many other pastimes of Srila Jagannath Babu. I think I don't know when to stop. It's 10:09. So I'll stop here. So I'll tell a couple more and then I'll stop. Thank you. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he once asked, sorry, I will one more. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's son, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he had a severe fever. He went to all the doctors, all the medical practitioners, Ayurvedic, everybody, possible person for cure of this fever. But no matter where he went, he was not cured. So finally, he came to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and Babaji Maharaj, he was little, he would, he met Babaji Maharaj few times. The first time he met was in 1880s, and the second time he met was in 1891. We can talk maybe later. But on this particular time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as he was speaking to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he said, "Is everything all right?" Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, "No, Maharaj, my son is not doing well. No matter where I took him, he's not becoming better. So, is there anything that I can do, or is there anything that you can tell me that it can help him?" Then Jagannath Maharaj said, "Okay, I think you can put Tulsi in his mouth, take him to Yoga Pit, and ask him to roll in the dust of Yoga Pit." Hmm. So he said, "Okay, Maharaj, I will do it." And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he went and he put Tulsi in the mouth of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he took him to the Yoga Pit and asked him to roll in the dust of Yoga Pit. And once he was rolled, by evening, he was fine, all right. That is the faith, and not that Bhaktivinoda Thakur didn't have faith. He is also an Siddha Purush. So it tells the glories of our parampara and the glories of the holy name. On a similar note, uh, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, when he was very young, he would do Madhukari in Vrindavan. So as he was doing Madhukari, he took some chapatis from a Sudras, from the ladies who were sweepers in Vrindavan. And there was a lot of noise saying, Babaji Maharaj, you should not accept from such a people. You should accept from Brahmanas. There are people, Brahmanas, there are highly elevated people. You can take bhiksha from them. But why do you go and take bhiksha from them? The ordinary ladies who sweep the floors. And it is like you are degrading Babaji Vesh. Babaji said, "What is so great in Vrindavan?" Vrindavan is great, Maharaj. But why? Why is Vrindavan great? Because it's Krishna's place. That's why it is great. Okay. So is there anything in Vrindavan that is greater than Krishna? Yes, Maharaj. What is it? The devotees of Krishna are even greater than Krishna. Okay. So what is the power that the devotees have? What is the power of the devotees? Devotees are very great, Maharaj. Even with their bhakti, they can control Krishna. Hmm. This is a sweet thing of bhakti. The bhakti process, even Prabhupada said, everybody wants to become God. But we, in this process, we create devotees who can become greater than Krishna. So the devotees, what is great about devotees? That the other devotees, they were saying, that the dust of devotees is great. Maharaj. So these sweepers, what are they doing? They are sweeping the dust. That means they are anointing the dust with all their body when they sweep. So don't you think that they are great? So why do you think that they are Shudras? They are Brajavasis. Mm. So I am accepting Bhiksha from them. Is it something wrong? And immediately nobody could answer. Babaji Maharaj, yes, he completely agree that they are Brajavasis, and there is nothing wrong in taking Bhiksha from them. And from now onwards, we will also take Bhiksha from them. Mm. So they were very inspired. They were very much inspired by Jagannath Das Babaji. And one day, when scholarly person he came to Vrindavan to give Bhagavad Gita, he came, and his motive was by giving that Bhagavad Gita, he would earn some money. That was his intention. And he was giving such a scholarly class, and mesmerizing class. And as he was giving the class, he noted that none of the Babaji Maharajas were attending his classes. None of the elevated persons, they are not attending the class. So one day, he came to Babaji, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and said, Babaji Maharaj, I am doing Bhagavad Saptaha, but I see no Babaji is coming to the class to hear Bhagavad Katha. Then immediately Babaji Maharaj said, because your motive is to earn money. Since your motive is to earn money, nobody is coming. And it is an offense to make a profession out of Srimad Bhagavatam. So whenever you do Bhagavad Gita, it is for the pleasure of devotees and pleasure of Krishna. If you do that way, then everybody will come to hear Bhagavad Gita from you. And as soon as he heard that from Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, said, yes, Maharaj, I don't want to offend Krishna by making money out of Bhagavad Gita. So from that day, he paid obeisances to Jagannath Das Baba Maharaj and said that I will not take any money from this Bhagavad Gita. And soon after, a few days, there were people who were coming to hear from him. It was mesmerizing Katha, and everybody would appreciate his Katha. And one other time, there was Babaji Maharaj again, he was walking from Vrindavan to Mayapur. And it was in his older part of the time, in older days. He was being carried in a basket. As Bihari, again his servant, he was carrying, there was a tiger nearby. And as soon as he saw tiger, Bihari said, oh, I think this is very dangerous to go in this way. So let me go back. So he started going back, and he was thinking, let me take a detour somewhere from different village I will take. So as he was going back, immediately Jagannath Baba said, oh, Bihari, what happened? Are you going back? Are you taking me back? Then Bihari said, Babaji Maharaj, slowly, slowly. There is a tiger ahead. So just to be cautious, just to keep you safe and me safe, I'm going back. And let's go to the village and see how we can go to Vrindavan. And Babaji Maharaj started, Bihari, where are you taking me? Babaji Maharaj, please don't scream like that. There is tiger ahead of us. It will listen. When it hears, then it will be after us. So please don't speak. And then loudly, Jagannath Das Baba Maharaj started doing kirtan. He was shouting, screaming, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Bihari was thinking, this is end. Now I am gone. And the tiger started walking. And Jagannath Baba Maharaj said, Bihari, take me to the tiger. Don't take detour. Just go as we are supposed to go. And he was walking. And Jagannath Baba Maharaj was screaming, I mean, he was chanting loudly near the tiger. Tiger came and they just passed from the tiger, through the tiger. And as they passed, Bihari, he gained some strength, and he asked Babaji Maharaj, why is that? How is that you did such a thing? We could have just escaped the tiger. Babaji Maharaj said, this tiger, it came to my dream yesterday. It was crying and it was looking for some mercy. So that is why this tiger is not an ordinary tiger. This tiger is an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was there during the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mm. And he needs some mercy. So that is why I asked you to go towards him, not away from him. Mm. So it's wonderful pastime. And there was one more wonderful pastime where one of the devotees, couple of devotees, they came to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and said, Maharaj, they paid obeisances to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and they said, Babaji Maharaj, we want to dedicate our life for Krishna. Hmm? So please guide us, teach us Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and help us, give us initiation. Please accept us as your disciples. Then Babaji Maharaj, he looked at them and he said, okay, I heard. Behind my Bhajan Kutir, there is some space, empty land. So you please go there and grow some eggplants. They woke up and said, Babaji Maharaj, we want to dedicate our life completely for Krishna. Please teach us Bhagavatam. No, no, I heard what you have said. Now what I'm saying is you go behind my Bhajan Kutir. This Bhajan Kutir, there is place. And grow some vegetables, this eggplant. Babaji Maharaj, eggplant? Yes, eggplant. Go and grow eggplants. So they went. He said, okay. Babaji Maharaj asked us to grow vegetables, eggplant, so let's grow. So they started plowing the land. They procured some seeds. They planted. They were watering. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 1 month has passed. Slowly, the vegetables, the plants are sprouting. We're thinking every time they would meet Babaji Maharaj. Babaji Maharaj question is, how is the farm? Is it doing good? Do we need something? Do we need something? The vegetables are coming fine. Other than that, he would not speak anything about Krishna. And the moment they would start, Hare Krishna, and he would chant. And this happened for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. They were thinking, did we come to the right place? Is he the Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj? Have we heard correctly? And one day they saw Bhaktivinoda Thakur come to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and he was speaking to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And after Bhaktivinoda Thakur spoke to Jagannath, he came out. Then immediately these devotees, they went to Bhaktivinoda Thakur and said, paid obeisance, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I know you are a great personality, but we came to surrender our lives to Babaji Maharaj. But Babaji Maharaj would not speak anything about Krishna. All he would ask is about vegetables, garden, and eggplant. Other than that, he would not speak about Krishna. He would not talk to us, nothing. And Bhaktivinoda said, just be patient. Everything will be arranged and you will understand everything in due course of time. They put faith in Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And months have been passed. And they got the harvest. They harvested the eggplant. They brought it to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj eggplants. Babaji Maharaj was pleased. Said, all right. What was your question that you asked? And immediately they said, now I will give initiation to you. And Acharyas explained that um, unless I'm talking to myself in all this thing, this is all for myself, so I can get inspired and follow all of you. So Acharyas say that unless we have the mood of surrender to Guru, we can't progress in bhakti. So Babaji Maharaj, he wanted to cultivate that mood of surrender. And once they had cultivated that mood, immediately he gave it the initiation. Mm. Mm. And I'll stop with one more story. One day, again, Jagannath Das Babu Maharaj asked his servant, Bihari, Bihari, you are my disciple, right? Yes, Maharaj. I am your guru, right? Yes, Maharaj. You have faith in me? Yes, Maharaj, I have faith in you. But disciples should serve me, right? Yes, Maharaj, I am serving you. I am doing all, I am washing your clothes. I am preparing for your prasadam. I'm doing all activities, save I am serving you. Again, he asked, uh, Bihari, you are my disciple, right? Yes, Maharaj. I am your guru, right? Yes. You have to serve me, right? Maharaj, but I am serving you already. I want you to serve me by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. And again, here he said, but Maharaj, I am illiterate. I can't read. I didn't go to school. And Babaji Maharaj, Bihari, I'm your guru, right? Yes, Maharaj. You are my disciple, right? Yes, you're supposed to serve me. I want you to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Maharaj, I would happily read, but I am illiterate. I can't read. Babaji Maharaj again asked, you are my disciple. Babaji Maharaj, just tell me what I should do. You should read Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he went inside. He brought Chaitanya Charitamrita. He didn't even know which way to hold. So he held Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Jagannath Baba Maharaj said, read. He looked at the book for a couple of minutes and he started reading. When we see Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Krupaha Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatar. Even a dumb person can speak eloquently. Even a lame person who cannot walk can climb mountains. How? It is by the mercy of Krishna and Guru and Krishna. So it is by the mercy of his Guru, he started to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. When Prabhupada said, this is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. When you know this process, this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, you know all the knowledge. Yesterday, Prabhuji also was also mentioning, if you have 20 rupees, 5 rupees is already there. Krishna also says in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the water that is contained in a river, in the water body, the well also has water. Something in those lines. I'm unable to recollect. So it is by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So when we recite these glories of our acharyas, just to seek their blessings and to get faith in this process, to see how our parampara is, how great our parampara is. Today is also a disappearance day of Rasika Prabhu, who is an associate of Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Prabhu. He is a disciple of Shyamananda Prabhu. One day when Rasikananda was there in Vrindavan, a devotee, he came running and said, Prabhu, there is one person who took a twig from the tree and he sat on that stick and he was flying on the stick. I think the Harry Potter that kids see, I think they have copied from our scriptures only. He was flying in the sky. And Rasikananda Prabhu, he was brushing with the neem twig. So what? You don't understand. He is flying in the sky with a branch, by sitting on the branch. And Rasikananda was calmly brushing and said, so what? What should I do? You are thinking that is great, that is nothing. No, it's so wonderful. Who can do that? That is all useless. and he would not convince. Then Vasikana said, "You don't believe that is all useless? Look, he just plucked some branch from the neem tree and he sat on it and flew in the sky. And everybody was saying, Rasikananda Prabhu, you can do that. What is great in this? Our acharyas, even though they had powers. Prabhupada, there are many pastors where Prabhupada could read the mind of devotees. Yeah? The devotees knew Prabhupada could read the mind. Prabhupada would know. He is in connection with Paramatma always, with Krishna always. He knew everything. But Prabhupada would not reveal that he knew he had the powers. Even our acharyas, even our gurus, they would not really reveal. All they would say is they would um, uh, to give the importance of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is all insignificant before the power of Hare Krishna. So with that, I will stop here. I again there is Sunday feast. Yes, so this is the importance of our process, Bhakti Yoga process. It may seem, Prabhuji said, it is simple. It appears to be simple, but it is very difficult. In material science, if you see, material science itself is very difficult. People who are studying physics, chemistry, and neuroscience, it's very difficult to understand. And if we sit in their class, everything will go on top of us. But honestly, if you see, material science itself is that difficult, can we think how much complicated the spiritual science is? In our, if you read, mm, forget about the books of Shed Sandarbhas or the commentaries of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If we look at the Bhagavatam, even third canto, fifth canto, it's very difficult to comprehend, to understand what is going on in Bhagavatam. So the subject matter is very complicated. Uh, so this spiritual science is even more complicated. But the process, all these complications may be there, but this process is simpler. As our acharyas are very merciful, following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu is Patita Pavana. And similarly, they all have the same mood. Even Prabhupada, he is Patita Pavana. He came here and he traveled all across the globe to show his mercy for all the fallen conditioned souls. And our present Guru Parampara, our present Gurus, they're also traveling all across the world to show their mercy. And following in their footsteps, our Shiksha Gurus also, they are traveling all over and they are trying to reach out to as many people as possible and to bring them closer to Krishna. So this process is most sublime and most important. If we speak about the glories, the pastimes, they are very inspiring. But at the same time, we should remember, just as our acharyas, they don't want to concentrate or put importance onto anything that is deviating from this path of bhakti. So we should have that understanding. I'm speaking to myself. The guru means heavy. In today's world, the teachers, if they are in the class, what do the teachers do? They would concentrate on the bright students. If someone is intellectual, they would focus on those students only, and they would ignore the students who are uh, weak in study. But what is the nature of Guru? Guru's nature is to put more concentration on the weak student. Guru Tattva Balaramji, we all heard how he is more loving towards Duryodhana than Bhima. Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was uh, giving this knowledge, sharing this Krishna consciousness to the elite people, to the highly qualified people, to Keshav Kashmiris, to Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, who is none other than Bruhaspati. But what is Nityananda Prabhu doing? He is the Adi Guru and he is going to Jagai and Madai, the most unqualified people, and he is trying to elevate them. So that is the nature of the Guru. Like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, sorry, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he had desire to worship deities. So one day he asked Bihari, Bihari, can you please arrange some deities, Gaurnita deities for me to worship? This Jagannath Das Maharaj, he's so mad after uh, Gaurnita. So much love for Gaurnita. So Bihari, he went somewhere and he tried to procure deities of Gauranga and Nityananda Prabhu. And when they were installed, all day, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he would worship the deities wonderfully, nicely. And these deities are very effulgent. Anybody would come and take their darshan, they would say, oh, they are gold. They are made from molten gold. And everybody would come throng to take darshan of these deities. So one day, people, the news spread and slowly people were coming. And people with ill motives were also coming. They were thinking, oh, these deities are made with gold. Maybe we can steal them. So they were trying to steal. And Jagannath Babaji Maharaj said, it's becoming challenging for me to worship them. It is very much difficult for me to protect them because of their effulgence. So, Bihari, I don't want them. Can you please take them and give some to devote some other devotee who can take take care of them nicely? Bihari said, yes, Maharaj. So he took those deities and he arranged for one of the devotees. They were very much interested, eager to worship them. Then he said, all right, you take care of them. And again, after a few days, Janada, Bihari, I think I need deities. Can you please arrange some deities? I want to worship them. Babaji Maharaj, yes, Babaji Maharaj, I will arrange. Again, he arranged the deities. He worshipped them again. Again, he had the same problem. They were effulgent, and people were thinking these deities are made with gold. But Babaji Maharaj again said, Bihari, this is becoming very difficult for me. It's very difficult for me to protect them. Can you please arrange something so someone to take care of them? Then Bihari would say, yes, Maharaj, I will arrange someone. So he would again donate these deities to someone. And again, after a few days, Jagannath Maharaj would say, Bihari, I think I need deities. Can you please arrange? And he would again say, yes, Maharaj. So whatever Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj would say, his servant would oblige. And one day Jagat Guru Prabhu was said, if Guru says sit, you should sit. And Guru says stand, you should stand. And Guru says sit again, you should sit. And you should not say, but I was just sitting, you asked me to get up, and for no reason you're asking me to sit down. That is not the mood. The mood is whatever Guru says, you should do. And one day, as Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj was going, as again Bihari was carrying in the basket, one person came. He paid obeisances to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and he gave 1 rupee coin. He gave that 1 rupee coin. Jagannath Maharaj, he accepted. And as he accepted, he was walking. As he was walking, he said to Bihari, Bihari, stop. Can you go back to the same person who gave me this 1 rupee? And Bihari took a U-turn and he went to the same person. And Jagannath Babu Maharaj said, can you please take this 1 rupee? I don't need it. This is very much, this is heavy. I can't hold it. And he was puzzled. Maharaj, this is just a 1 rupee coin. How is that it is heavy? This is very heavy. I don't know how are you holding that many rupees? For me, to hold this 1 rupee is very heavy. The reason the Acharya said, the reason why Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj said this 1 rupee is heavy is with the mood that person gave 1 rupee. I mean, 1 rupee in those days is very expensive. Much would come with 1 rupee. But the mood with which he gave that 1 rupee, with the pride that he gave, that I gave this donation. So the moment he thought that, then when Babaji Maharaj said, this is very heavy, I can't hold it. And he immediately returned that 1 rupee. So with this every activity, the life of these acharyas is for us to learn from their pastimes and follow in their footsteps. For us to learn this mood of or to get to the understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are the part and parcels of Krishna, and our goal or our aim is to serve Krishna with our senses, and with the understanding that everything belongs to Krishna. That is the mood of all of our acharyas, and we'll try to seek the blessings of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Rasikananda Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada, and all our acharyas. That I'll stop here. I beg for forgiveness if I've spoken anything wrong, and beg for your blessings. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Shri Vaishnava Gopal Prabhu ki